This is the Old Stream Farm by BlackSheep Modding. It's 219.94 megabytes to download. It says there, welcome to Old Stream Farm. The famous farm of the 70s is back for even more fun. Located in a fictional European-style countryside, the roads will take you to the small town of Dorfbach and Grünwald. So, let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where we start off in all three modes. This is a cool little map. This was originally, I believe, on FS17, and then it got brought over to FS19, and now it's been brought over to FS22. I never played on any of the other versions, so I'm not sure how much it is the same as those two versions. So there you go. We'll go through a few things first, all the equipment, etc., slot counts, and then we'll have a whiz round the farm, and then we'll go round looking at the map, taking it all in. And talking of the map, this is the map. It's not a huge map, but it is very cool, a very nice little map. It's big enough though. So I'm in new farmer mode, like I do all my map tours. We start off up here. And in new farmer mode, you own all of this. I know it looks a little bit daunting to start with, but basically all these areas and here are kind of classed as the sort of periphery of the map. Click on that, it's got a value of 0. So in the other two modes, farm manager and start from scratch, you don't start off with any land or equipment. So if you wanted to buy these straight away, it's 0. And it's mainly sort of the sell points and that. Some of them have got quite big areas, so you might be able to place a few things down, whatever you're wanting to do like that. But anyway, the main farm, we start off with the main farm obviously, which comes as a unit with field 1. That to buy in the other two modes is 232,000 just over, and we also get field 2, and that separately is 89,000 just over. So that is our main farm. We do have quite a few animals on here. We've got a chicken coop, a cow barn, a pigsty, and we've got a sheep barn as well. So pretty cool. The field prices are pretty good, to be honest with you. I mean, they're not huge fields. I think field 12 is the smallest. That's only 15,000 just over. And I think 37 was the largest, and that's 207,000. So there's a bit of a range there, but they're not too bad. 42 there, for example, was 180,000. Field 32, 43,000, like so. We do have some forestry areas, so up here, 179,000. We probably will go past them actually. That one there is 78,000. And there's some more down here, like so, and like so. There's even a tiny little bit there. So that is that bit. There is a couple of hidden animal pens, which I'm going to accumulate some money. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And I will buy them. There is like a little placeable area here, which again we'll look at in a second or a bit later. That's 180,000 to buy just over. And then just up here, there is kind of another sort of area. I won't say placeable area, because again we'll look at that. It'll probably be towards the end of the tour, that one. The BGA is here. You don't own that, but you need to buy that land to be able to use it, because none of the triggers are there until you buy it. So I won't buy that just yet until we get to it, so you can see that there's no triggers there. But that is 164,592 for the BGA. So the animal pens that I'm talking about, there is a horse barn there, which is 62 grand. There is a sheep pasture just there on field 27, that's 87 grand. And there is a cow pasture up on field 17 there, that's 130 grand to buy. So what I'll do is we'll whiz round the farm and I will get some money and I'll buy those areas so that we can check them out when we get to them. But you cannot use anything on them at all. In the horse barn area there is gates at the front and there's sheds inside. You can't open any of the doors, you can't open the gate at the front unless you own it. So just a word of warning. Right, let's get on with it. Enough waffling. So first of all, we have our farmhouse. You can actually go inside, which is pretty cool. It's got a very nice kitchen area, like so. We do have our sleep trigger over here, like that. If we go round, where are we? This side, where are we? Just there. That is going to be your wardrobe, so you can change your clothes just there. You can go out the front door as well, like that. That is our field number 1, and field 2 we own is that one just up there. There's our pickup just there. We've got a gate there, which brings us sort of back into this area. It's almost like a garage. Again, we've got doors we can go through. This is a big garage like so. We've got our workshop trigger, which is just here. So you bring your vehicles in, you can customize and repair just like that. First of our animal pens is the chicken coop here, which is very cool. So if we go up to there, there's our dialogue box. This will hold 150 chickens, and they will absolutely run everywhere around your yard, even right down that far end they appear. So you have to be careful not to knock them over. Your eggs are going to spawn just here, and then your feed trough is just going to be there as well. We run around this side. We've got a bit of an open shelter with an overhang bit. This is part of your cow barn, so your cows are going to appear out in this field. So you can open these gates. There's your dialogue box. This will hold 150 cows. We do have... Now I had to do a bit of testing for this because this is like a manure heap or storage area for your manure. At first I thought the manure would instantly appear there, but it doesn't. So we can go in through here, and you got this icon here. Now I was thinking, well, perhaps the manure appears there and you pull up with your trailer like you do with the in-game manure heaps and fill up from your new manure pit just there into your trailer. No, your manure appears all along the floor here, and I thought, okay, maybe you pull up with your trailer and you can load up. No, I think these are just to show you roughly where the manure is going to appear, so you do have to muck them out yourself, but you can just muck them out and tip it up into there and store it if you want. These do have, I'll show you in a second, because some of all these buildings are in the build mode, so I will show you that all in a second, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I think that's just there for showing you where the manure appears. Now if you come in through this side, you can't open this gate, but if I hop over and if I open this gate, that gate then opens for us, which is pretty cool. So I like that. This is where you're going to get your milk from, because if we open those doors, you've got all your milk unit inside. And then we can drive through all the way through there, because your feed and your straw is going to appear there, and then your slurry is going to be collected from there. We do have a bunker silo here, and then we have 2 more bunker silos around the other side. So we've got 3 bunker silos, which is pretty cool. And like I say, your cows are going to appear out there. They do go inside and feed when you go feeding them. There's loads of storage on this farm, even though it's small. We own this bit up here in new farmer mode, so it's quite flat and open, so you could place things down, do what you want. There's a little bit of storage there, maybe for bells. And what I love as well, we've got loads of fields surrounding our farm, which you could potentially own in the future. So I like that. That's cool. There's our header trailer. I didn't go through our equipment, did I? I'll go for that in a second. So there's our harvester. All these buildings, most of them have got lights on. Walk inside and we just click, for me, the left thumbstick. So very cool. Again, loads of space. Like so. There's tracks leading out from your farm to go to other areas. It's very, very cool. This is our pigsty. So your dialogue box is just here. This will hold 60 pigs. Your feed and your straw is there, the trigger. And again, we can open these doors. That symbol there, I think, again, is just to indicate where the manure goes, because it all sort of appears here. So again, you'll have to muck them out again yourselves. So they'll appear all around there. You don't need water in any of the barns because it's all automatic again, like the standard in-game ones. Slurry for your pigs is just there. More shed space and shelter space with lights on. Some more of our equipment. This is our silo. This is a 400,000 litre capacity standard crop silo. So it's just going to do like your wheat, barley, oats, etc. Not a multi-fruit one. So obviously your tip-in grate's just there. And your pipe up there. We've got our trailer just there. Like so. And if we run round this side, we have our sheep barn here. So this is where you're going to feed your sheep, just in there with grass or hay. Your wall, straight through the wall. Wall's going to appear there. This is very cool. I love this water feature out here. So your sheep is going to appear out here. Wow, they're going mad, aren't they? And your dialogue box for your sheep is just there. This will hold 100 sheep. We can open these gates as well. Again, another field there. Cool. You could own that in the future. There's another little bit of shed space just there. Open shed space. Plenty of storage on this farm. We've got another gate out here if you want. A little bit of a vegetable patch. Some more of our equipment. A little bit of storage area as well. A bit of shelf racking. Some more gates out here like so. That, I think, is pretty much the farm. And again, more equipment there. So let's go through our equipment and slot count. So, in new farmer mode, it is 1066 slots. And you start off with this equipment. So we've got a Fendt Favorite 511C as a small tractor. Medium tractor, we've got the John Deere 7810. We've got the Deutschfahr harvester, which you've just seen. We've got a Schaffer front loader. We've got a Lizard 2017 pickup. We've got that class trailer, which is in its lowest capacity, but you can upgrade that to 25,000 litre capacity, I think. We've got a header for the harvester. We've got a small Pottinger plough. It's only 1.2 metre wide. We've got that Rabe cultivator. We've got the Nordsten seeder. A bucket for your front loader. Trailer for your header, which you've seen. And we've got a couple of weights. We've got a John Deere 900 kilogram and the 10 Winkle 600 kilogram. So like I say, that's what you start off with in new farmer mode, and it's 1066 slots. If you wanted to sell off just all that equipment, you can get that down to 989 slots, but you can also sell off all the buildings. You can clear this area, get rid of everything, and you can get the slot count down to 915. Now, if you come on here on Farm Manager and start from scratch, the buildings are still here. You don't own the land, you don't own any equipment, and all these triggers, these icons, if you've obviously got those switched on, they will not be there. Even this little black and yellow line for your workshop, none of it's there until you own the land. So you do need to own the land. So it's 989 slots on Farm Manager and start from scratch. And like I say, if you did buy this area, you could sell off all those buildings and get the slot count down again to 915. So what I was saying about the buildings, if we go into our build mode and go down to sheds, we've got the big garage, which is this guy here. We've got the shelter with back wall, which is this guy, and then the shelter with front, which was that one just there. So we've got those in the sheds. In silos we've got the manure heap, which is that guy, like so. And then we've got the old grain, which is your silo, and as you can see it's 400,000 litre capacity. And then we've got our bunker silos, which are over here. So we do have quite a few things added in. We've got our farmhouse added in under farmhouses, and in animals we have the cow barn added in. What else was it? The pigsties added in, and the sheep barn. And I think that's it. The chickens aren't there, and that is it. So pretty cool. There is a few extra sort of textures on the landscaping tool as well, which I won't show you, but there's some quite cool paving slabs, cobblestones, etc. like that. Right, let's get on with the tour. I think that's pretty much it for the farm. So we're going to grab the pickup and do a little bit of a whiz round. Oh, one thing I did want to say, when I was doing the testing with some of the animals, I came through here with a water trailer tanker, and in certain parts of your farm, even though you're nowhere near an actual water source, you get the trigger come up to refill your water tanker. So you just hit the button and it starts filling up. I was in the middle of this field here when it came up because I had the help menu on, and just started filling up with water. Just want to show you a couple of things here. There's quite a few buildings like this dotted around where you can open the doors and use. We don't actually own this, and there's storage all sort of around, so you've got plenty of places if you wanted to start somewhere else as well, which I quite like that idea. There's traffic, there's people walking around. There is collectibles as well. Sorry, I know I'm going a bit off cuff here. So there's 10 collectibles to find, so I should imagine they're quite hard to find. There is contracts available as well. So what I'm going to do is drive this way. I'm on the wrong side of the road. We're going to head up to the shop first. I love it the way that sweeps up. Certainly not flat mat. I like that. It's got a bit of character to it. So this is our shop. I'm just going to stop there and leave the engine running. You can run all around the shop. It's pretty cool. It's very nicely detailed. Lots going on. All the boxes and storage. You come up to these little computer desks. You can raise and lower these ramps. There is another one just here, which is pretty cool. Shop menu is just there. You've got another workshop trigger just outside, so just there. If you buy, lease, or your reset point is just over there in that far corner, so that's where you'll get all your machinery from. There is a little road, track that leads off up that way, so you can get out from the shop that way as well. We're going to go back out the way we came, straight across the road, because we've got our first sort of sell point, and that is the bakery. So tip-in things there. Obviously if you own this as a production chain, you can buy it. It's 50 grand to buy. Your produce will appear just there if you're going down that route of the production chains. Again, to our left there's some random little storage areas, and we need to go left here. I know what I didn't do. I didn't add in that money, did I? So let's drive down here, because to our left is that sheep pasture. So I wonder if we could actually afford that. I'll tell you what, let's forget that. Let's buy that. That's 87,000. We can always sell it back. So there you go. Now the icons appear. Now because this is a pasture, you will need to give them water. So there's your water point and the trough. Open the gates. We've got your dialogue box just there. This will hold 150 sheep. And then your feed trough is just there. And that will all fill up. Whatever you choose to feed them with, grass or hay. And your wall is going to appear just there. Obviously your sheep are going to be roaming all the way down through there, which is pretty cool. So let's sell that back because we need the money back. And we will move on to the next bit. Yeah, so if you'd have come on here, you probably might not have known about those pastures and horse barns and things like that. Right, I've got to think where we're going now. I think we need to do a right there. I've literally just toured around this once and that is it. So I'm kind of going a bit off cuff. Obviously there's quite a few streams on here, hence the old stream farm. We need to go right. There is quite a few signs on the map telling you where things are, which is pretty handy. It's the sort of size of some of the fields. Not huge, but you know, I quite like a small map every now and then. I'm getting very confused where we're going. We just need to go straight on. Apologies for that. I've literally just been round the map once quick and I'm trying to remember my bearings. So down here we've got a fuel station and a couple of sell points, a production chain. Yeah. Oh, there is a train on this map as well. Forgot to mention that. I will show you in a second. So just here we've got a fuel point. The train track is there. That is where the train goes off to sell some of your produce. So that is one of the sell points, Ortenberg. If we come down to here, there you go, Ortenberg at the bottom. You can sell your wheat. It's quite a sort of main sell point, pretty much like some of the other maps. We've got the standard base game maps. And the other sell point for it is up there. So the train will disappear up there. You do have a couple of rental points. There's one back there where we will see in a second. There's another one there. And there's another one just there, I think. So there's 3 places to rent the train. There is the silo up here. Railroad silo. Which we'll check out in a sec as well, which you can access from the road and train. Obviously here comes the train actually going off to sell. So there is your fuel station. Let's cut through there because we know they've gone. Just to the right there, the exclamation mark, that is your rental point for the train. And then we've got the grain mill just there. Turn the engine off. So you tip in, you can use it as a sell point. If you want to use it as a production point, it's going to cost you 96 grand. Your produce will appear just there. Right, we'll head out here. Next door is the livestock market sell point and the animal dealer. So your sell point is just there and your animal dealer is just there. Let's have a quick recap of where we've been. So we started off at our main farm. We came out of there, across, up to the shop, across to the bakery, down this way to the sheep pasture. I've added in some money now quick and I've bought that again so you can see it on the map a little bit better. We came down this way like this, all the way to the end, and we checked out the fuel station and these bits where we are now. So we're going to carry on round up round there. We'll check out these areas and we'll work our way up like that, and we'll finish right at the top there. So we are getting there. So right out of here. I don't know what that sign was on the road there. I never knocked it over. I promise. So yeah, it's a very cool looking map, I think. This is, there's the edge of the map, by the way. This is something I have noticed. Some of the traffic, I don't know why, all of a sudden goes really slow like that. I mean, obviously they're stopping because we're in front of them. So I think there's a couple of little niggles on here that might need, there we go, look, there's another one. Yeah, might need addressing. We just got through there in time. So we need to go up here. But it's very nice looking, picturesque map. We've got a small tight bridge coming up. Some more of the fields. So coming up on the right is the sawmill, and is also the carpentry production chain. I'm not going to get out and show you all of the how much they are, but most of you know the gist now. So this is a sawmill. There's your wood chips. There's the option to buy, and then you can sell your wood in there. And if you were to use it as a production chain, planks would come out there. There's your carpentry. Same sort of setup, and then we also have the other rent the train icon just there. So heading back out the way we came in. And there's some very small little cute fields down this little area, especially this one on our left here. Look at it. So just over there's the BGA, but we'll come to that in a minute. Right, let's go right here, because we've got this area to our left, which is kind of like that placeable area that I talked to you about. There also is a little meadow sort of area just up here to the right. This bit there, which we can buy. So we are here, you can buy that for 60 grand. That's that little area there. So again, that's the edge of the map just down in front of us. Look, they're going slow as well. Whoa, need to be very careful here, especially this next bit. So this is the kind of entrance to this placeable area, so you could use this as your little drive into your farm if you were going to, but look at that drop. So you need to be careful. And when we get down into here, you can see it's not flat. So you might have to do a bit of reworking. This area up in this top corner is not too bad, but it's not great. I think, let's just show you, that's there. That was 180,000 just over for that bit. And again, it's quite bumpy here. Right, now we need to go right here, because this is the railroad silo. We've got a weighbridge just there, which does work with the symbols. I'm going to jump out here. So you'll pipe out or collect out from the railroad silos there by obviously the road, and you tip in from the road point is there. Your rent a train option is just there again, and I love the coming up the steps like that. We've got the train track just there, and then obviously you can load and unload via the train just there. So pretty cool. We'll jump back and pick up. Now I'm not sure if I'm allowed to go out this way, but we are going to. because we need to head straight across into the BGA. And I'm just going to show you it before we buy it. Again, this is no entry, but I'm going to break the rules. So it's one way in, one way out of the BGA. Do have two big bunker silos down the bottom here, which is very cool. And then, as you can see, there is no symbols here. What I will show you though is you can still use these doors. So we've got this machine shed here with lights like so. Right, so we came from that area, we came all the way down through there, we cut through this little track, sawmill, etc. Come up to this placeable area in the little meadow, back down, run through there, did the train. We're now at the BGA, so let's buy this BGA like so. And there you go, all these symbols appear. So that is where you'll collect your digestate from. That's where you'll tip in or unload your slurry. And because we've bought this land, that is now ours as a production chain. So if you come up to there, it's already there in that menu. So we do own the BGA now. That's obviously going to be your digester for all your other bits and bobs. So pretty cool. That is the BGA. And then there's another way station. Obviously this is supposed to be the way in. There is the sugar mill over across the road. The sale point is around the back, and then that's as a production chain, obviously, like so. Just going to quickly drive down here because there's three things down here to quickly show you. We've got a bit of decoration around, some nice houses. So just in here, I like the way they've done this as well. It's kind of like the household recycling centre as well, the skips at the back. So you've got your debris crusher there for your stones and your rocks. We've got a lime buy point just there. Again, it's a little bit tight in places. I'm stuck. There we go. And then up the top we've got the biomass heating plant where you can sell your wood, straw, wood chips, things like that. So that's pretty cool. So that's that area done and dusted. We'll go back up the way we just come from. Ooh. Watching out for the pedestrians. And then I think we need to swing a left here. And I'm just going to stop here for a second. Turn the engine off again. Just opposite us, that is the farmer's market sale point. So that is just a sale point for things like your eggs. And this is the horse barn that I was talking about. So as you can see, now there's the gates. Cannot open those because we do not own it. And it's the same with some of the sheds inside. So we're now up here. We're going to buy that plot of land like so. We can now open the gates. We've got all this as sort of storage, like so. Drive through. Your horses will in fact come all the way up round here. We'll have a look at the pasture sort of area. Again, all these doors open. We've got storage here. So your feed point for your horses is just there, and straw as well for the bedding. Now this does have another manure heap, as you can see bottom right, manure heap, that symbol's there. But I tested these, I fed them, I put straw in. They don't need water either because it's a barn. And I skipped forward actually a month and there was no manure here at all. So I don't know if that's meant to happen or not. You've got a little bit of training area just there. Your dialogue box for your horses is there. 16, that will hold. Can open these as well, like so, and they just appear all the way through in and around here and down and up around there, like I said. So pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not sure about the manure. Maybe I was doing something wrong. Maybe it's a little bit of a glitch. Because 9 times out of 10 you don't tend to have manure with the horses. So I thought that was quite a cool feature. Right, let's go down in through this way, because this is the sorry, the grape processing unit. So again, sell that, production thing, blah blah blah, you know the score. I'm going to jump the wall because this is the spinnery. Again, sell your wool and cotton there, and obviously if you want to use it as a production chain you can buy it indeed if you want to. So we're going to head out. You can go out this way, but it is very very tight through this archway, so I'm going to go slow so I don't look like an idiot. And then we're going to pull over just here because again we have the tailor shop, which is a production point where you can sell your fabric, etc. You can also change your clothes, that's a wardrobe icon. And then we have the restaurant, which is a sell point just there. So we are now over here. If I click on that, that is restaurant, that is the pickup. Come on. Well, there is a tailor shop there. It's just there. Right, so we came up and we did this bit. We went to the BGA, across there, down into those bits, back up, horse pen, farmer's market, into these two, spinnery and grape processing unit. Over here we're going to come up, I think that's the dairy, yes it is, and then we'll go all the way up and we'll finish up here, and that should be it. Just cool little things. Look at the little table up there on the what do you call it, balcony type thing. It's very pretty, some of this map. So just here, there is your dairy for selling your milk. Obviously you can use it as a production chain as well as normal. Head up very nicely, or a nice view should I say, over there with the stream as well on our right. Quite a few points where you have to go across the train tracks as well. Now this is another one where it's supposed to be one way in, one way out, so this is the way in. We've got another way bridge just there, and then your sell point, this is the grain elevator, is just here, so it's just a sell point. But as you can see, it's quite spacious here. If you wanted to put down something else, there is a bit of shed storage just there as well, and another way station on the way out, which we've skipped. We're going to go right, and we're going to stop just here because this is the cow pasture. We can open the gate still without owning it, but as you can see none of the icons are up, so we will quickly buy that. And if I click on that, the cow icon does appear and we get these appear like that. So this will hold 200 cows, and because again this is a pasture, you will have to give them water. So there's your water point just there. And then just out there is your feed trough. Just there. Now, interestingly enough, it does say there milk, but you will not get milk off of these, and you will not get any manure or slurry because it is a pasture. So just bear that in mind. We've got one last thing to look at, which I'm going to drive to. And that is just in front of us, and that is that kind of open area I suggested, or said about, not suggested, wall there, and it's just there. So again, do what you want with that, but as you can see, it is not flat at all. You could turn this into a field if you wanted to, and again, that is 82,000 just over. There you go, but that's what the map looks like with all the bought areas for the animal pens, the horse barn over there, and the BGA down there. And that is it. That is the Old Stream Farm by BlackSheep Modding. Hope you have all enjoyed the map tour. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.